Have you ever wondered if one person could literally change the genetic makeup of humanity? Meet Genghis Khan, the 13th century Mongol emperor whose DNA flows through the veins of approximately 16 million people alive today. That's roughly 0.5% of the world's entire population. This staggering statistic means that 1 in every 200 men on Earth carries genetic markers directly traceable to this single historical figure. The sheer scope of Genghis Khan's empire explains this remarkable genetic legacy. By 1279, the Mongol Empire stretched across 24 million square kilometers, making it the largest contiguous land empire in human history. This vast territory encompassed modern-day Mongolia, China, Korea, Central Asia, much of Russia, Eastern Europe, Iran, Afghanistan, and parts of the Middle East, creating unprecedented opportunities for genetic mixing across diverse populations. Scientific evidence for this claim comes from a groundbreaking 2003 genetic study published in the American Journal of Human Genetics. Researchers identified a specific Y-chromosome lineage that appears in unusually high frequencies across Asia and Eastern Europe. This genetic signature, known as the star cluster, shows a pattern of rapid expansion that coincides perfectly with the timeline and geography of Mongol conquests. The research team, led by geneticist Chris Tyler Smith, analyzed Y-chromosome samples from over 2,000 men across 40 populations in Asia. They discovered that 8% of men in the former Mongol Empire territory carry nearly identical Y-chromosomes, suggesting descent from a common ancestor who lived approximately 1,000 years ago. The mathematical precision of this dating aligns remarkably with Genghis Khan's lifetime from 1162 to 1227. Historical records support the genetic evidence through documented accounts of Mongol reproductive practices. The Mongols systematically integrated conquered populations, with Genghis Khan himself reportedly having hundreds of wives and concubines. The Secret History of the Mongols, the oldest surviving Mongol text, describes how successful warriors were rewarded with multiple wives as symbols of status and power. Today, the highest concentrations of these genetic markers appear in Mongolia, where up to 35% of men carry the lineage, and in regions that were central to the Mongol Empire. Significant frequencies also exist in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and parts of Russia and China. Even populations in distant regions show traces of this genetic signature, demonstrating the far-reaching impact of medieval conquest on modern genetics. While Genghis Khan holds the record for documented genetic influence, he's not alone in leaving substantial genetic legacies. Other historical figures with notable genetic impacts include Charlemagne in Europe and various Chinese emperors, though none approach the scale of Mongol genetic distribution. This phenomenon illustrates how political power and reproductive success often correlated in pre-modern societies. The implications extend beyond mere statistics into questions of human migration and cultural mixing. These genetic patterns reveal how conquest and empire building fundamentally shaped human populations, creating genetic bridges between previously isolated groups. The Mongol genetic legacy represents one of the most dramatic examples of how historical events can leave permanent biological signatures. Contemporary genetic genealogy services now routinely identify individuals with these Mongol-linked markers, allowing people to trace their ancestry back to this remarkable period. Advanced DNA sequencing techniques continue to refine our understanding of these ancient genetic patterns, revealing ever more precise details about how historical populations mixed and migrated across continents. The story of Genghis Khan's genetic legacy ultimately demonstrates the profound interconnectedness of human history and biology. In an age of increasing global awareness, discovering that millions of people share a common ancestor from 8 centuries ago serves as a powerful reminder that human diversity and unity are not contradictory concepts, but rather complementary aspects of our shared evolutionary journey across the planet.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.